turning the head in a local port.
I'm on top that girl. I handle her hand and Mr. Kim will use knife to cut her neck.
He now hold her hand and body and he gave me knife and I cut the egg.
The police, while condemning the act, called on parents to find time to monitor the activities of their children.
It is high time every hands be on deck in the proper upbringing of children. Then our religious body too, they have a lot of work to do. We should focus more on preaching of salvation and morality than this preaching of a prosperity that you must make money at all cost. That will make the youth to believe that it is a sin to be poor.
At the Nta Abeokuta residence of Sophia's parents, her parents and other family members are yet to recover from the news of the passing of their daughter in the hand of her boyfriend. They called on the police to bring the 4 suspects to book so that their daughter will not die in vain. In Abeokuta, Nta
Ogun State Governor Nta Abeokuta says the state is set to launch the State Education Trust Fund with a view to providing sustainable fund for infrastructural development for all levels of education in the state.
In a statement, the governor has also approved the construction of 1,600-bed hostels facility to address the accommodation challenge at the Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agoiwoye. Speaking at the 30th and 31st convocation ceremonies of the Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agoiwoye, the governor noted that the fund would enable the state meet with the funding deficit that has existed over the years. The governor said as the visitor to the institution, his commitment to providing the right ambience for research, teaching and learning is total, and this is why he facilitated the provision of 1,600-bed hostel facility for Olabisi Onabanjo University as another initiative to provide a wholesome experience for the students. Governor Abiodun congratulated the best graduating students for the year 2019-2020 academic session at DBC Awolumate of the Department of Cooperatives and Rural Development, who graduated with a GPA of 4.28 and the best graduating student for the year 2020-2021 academic session from Iloka Peter of the Department of Pharmacy with a GPA of 4.92. The governor thereafter gave automatic employment with 1 million naira to each of the overall best graduating students. Governor Abiodun also announced that the Lishan-Agoiwoye Road has been awarded to expedite the construction to ease movement of people and appreciated those who, in one way or the other, have contributed to the development of the institution. While calling for more partnership, he commended the institution for maintaining the 4th best state university and 17th in over 200 universities in the country, urging the institution to work towards occupying the 1st position in no distant future.
The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, in compliance with global best practices and having fulfilled all requirements by the International Organization for Standardization, ISO, has been recertified for ISO 9001-2015 Quality Management System Standards in Road Safety Administration and Traffic Management by the Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON.
According to the statement by the spokesperson of the Corps, BC Kazim, the recertification came after successful audit of FRSC processes and procedures by system auditors from SON, among other mandatory activities carried out towards the recertification of the Corps. It will be recalled that in the quest to bring its processes at par with world best practices, the FRC was first certified on 26 March 2013 for ISO 901-2008. It migrated to ISO 901.2015 standards on 16 January 2016 and has since met all requirements to sustain the feat. Speaking on this enviable achievement, the Corps Marshal Dr. Boboye Oyeyemi says as the first and only law enforcement agency in Africa to achieve this rare feat. This recertification is a milestone that reflects the true disposition of the Corps as a determined organization that is committed to attaining excellence in all aspects of its operations and service delivery. Applauding the entire workforce for the individual and collective contributions which led to the realization of the recertification, Dr. Oyeyemi affirmed that the feat is a testimonial and evidence of a great deal of professionalism, well-coordinated work processes, and quality service delivery in the workforce. He therefore assured the motoring public of sustainability of this certification through enhanced productivity, professionalism, and effective.
This is the news at 7 on Nta Abeokuta, Channel 12. More news after this time out. Stay with us. Welcome back. The need for individuals to give back to the society that molds them has been re-emphasized. This, the president of the Apostolic Church Grammar School Old Students Associate, Folorunsho Omosa, said at the 58th edition of the association reunion. Adaobi Obiachina brings us the details.
It was a fun-filled atmosphere as old students of the Apostolic Church Grammar School, K2, came together to unwind, network, and reconnect with their old schoolmates in Nigeria and in diaspora. The event kicked off with chit-chatting and catching up on old times. Determined to make the Apostolic Church Grammar School K2 better academically and in terms of infrastructure, the old students by this gathering are raising funds to build an e-library and a laboratory for the school.
There are some projects that we have embarked on, which we are having the launching today. One of them is the scholarship scheme. We are going to give about 8 scholarships to students. And secondly is the e-library. We are going to raise funds to have the best modern e-library in Lagos State.
It's actually a privilege to me to be part of the team, and I'm very glad I'm here to witness it.
It's a great event for me to be here today, to meet my daddies and moms that has been in the school before I was born.
These old students relive memories as they reconnect with old schoolmates.
And also it's an opportunity for us to raise funds, and the objective in raising funds is always of 2 things: to assist the school. We also have members who are in need, so there's a welfare idea too, because in an alumni of this nature, all fingers are never equal.
This is the way where we meet ourselves, both old, both young. We mingle, we dine, we unwind, we do a lot of stuff, you know.
Having a luncheon for scholarship and e-library for the school.
How the association is thriving, and to also put some things in place as regards fundraising for different projects in our alma mater.
Highlight of the day was swearing in of new executive members of the association and the presentation of scholarship awards to 8 outstanding students of the school. The annual event had in attendance members from Nigeria and beyond via the Zoom network. The Apostolic Church Grammar School is a religious co-education system located at Orishegun, K2, Lagos State. It was founded in 1964. In Lagos, Ruth Peterside, NTA News.
Up next is Sports Update with Olumide Eguntola.
As part of his plans to restore the glory of the National Stadium Surulere, Lagos, the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dari, explained to journalists in Lagos that efforts are on to build a modern shopping mall inside the stadium in order to accommodate sports-related businesses at the stadium. He promised illegal occupants chased out of the stadium of consideration when completed.
We see that we can put up about 150, modern lock-up shops there, probably with 1 or 2 banking halls, and also an attached fire service, and then make that available to those that were evacuated from here. We have the anticipatory approval of Mr. President, and as we walk through with the ICRC and the BP.
In football, the stage is set for the semi-finals of the 2022 Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon. On Wednesday, it will be Burkina Faso against Senegal, while host Cameroon will lock arms with Egypt on Thursday. In the Nigeria Professional Football League, with 12.36% away wins, teams are beginning to pick points gradually, though home teams are the most favored with 56 wins in 9 matches. Meanwhile, in Wednesday fixtures, Rivers United will entertain Dakar FC, Atlan will be the guest of Shooting Stars, as Remo Stars will play away to Kano Pillars, among other matches. In basketball, reactions continue to trade the factional elective congresses of the Nigeria Basketball Federation that produced 2 presidents.
It's really not good enough for a country like Nigeria, and that is why we can see that our teams are really suffering.
Well, I feel for the players because they are the ones bearing the brunt of everything.
All the stakeholders, FIBA, Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports, should bring all these stakeholders together on a round table.
Put aside all their personal grievances and look at the game and look for a way to find a compromise.
Former President Musa Kida was re-elected for a second term in office at the Edo Congress, while Mark Igochi was elected and sworn in alongside with Osita Wachuku as Vice President at the Abuja Congress. With sports updates, Olumide Kuntola, NTA News.
And that concludes Channel 12 News. I'm Ayala Balogun. Good evening.